Michael, Happy Friendship's had a couple of runs for you this season. Have you been happy with how he's gone?
Yeah, I have. He both starts at Happy Valley, and I thought he ran well on both occasions. So he seems to have come on quite well from that last run, and he gets back onto a surface here on Wednesday night that it appears as though he's had pretty good form on.
Third up too, fitness-wise, is he near his peak?
Yeah, he's a pretty fit little horse. There's not a lot of him, so I wouldn't say fitness has been any sort of reason for him not winning his previous two, but he seems to have trained on well.
It was a good weekend for you as well too. Fortune Booth, nice win. What did you make of it, and what do you make of his future prospects here as well? Yeah, it was good. You know, I think to go to Happy Valley, having not been there before, and to be able to win, I think the race probably set up a bit for him, as it turned out. But it was a good effort. You know, he quickened up well. He's been penalised for that because he's bottom of class 2 now, but he seems to have come through the run well, and probably look at running him in 3 or 4 weeks' time. We're a couple of months into the season now. Strike rate is very healthy. Do you feel, though, from a runner's point of view, you're starting to get into gear? Yeah, we've got obviously 3 on Wednesday, and then a few more this weekend, and then probably the meeting on the 11th we'll have, you know, potentially quite a few new horses stepping out. So yeah, starting to get a few more regular runners now, which is good. Matthew, you rode BEEKELY. Last time out when you rode him, he ran a good race. Did he enjoy the all-weather, do you think?
I think so. I think first up at Sha Tin 1,000-meter, he can't handle the hard track, so he didn't travel. He didn't so much. Second start on the all-weather, he seemed like he enjoyed it, he happy, and he still finished pretty good. It was a tough finish in that race. You're only just beaten by Strathclyde in that race, but you were happy with that performance? Yeah, absolutely. Like, he first time raced in 1,200. Before we thought he like a 1,000-meter horse, but like now we found out he can handle 1,200. So if we keep consistent, we keep trying on the all-weather 1,200. And from that barrier where you're drawn on Wednesday night, would you like to go forward again, do you think? Yeah, I think so. He's like a sort of like a rolling forward horse. You don't want to hold him, sit and spin. He doesn't like it. He loves to free running without going too hard. And since that run, you've ridden him in his track work. How is the horse? After last start, he get up even stronger. After that race, he feel tougher. I think he can keep the same, even better performance. Caspar, Bombay BLITZ is having his first run for you on Wednesday night. What's your opinion of him as a horse?
Yeah, he's a nice horse. You know, he's a good-looking horse. He came here, he had a quarter crack, which took quite a while for it to grow out. It's grown out nicely now, which is great. And he's had a couple of trials down the straight. It's his first time on the dirt surface, so that's a bit of guesswork. But it was a nice starting race because he's rated 82. And it's an 85 to 60, so it was a good race to put him into. And, you know, we'll just see how he goes on the surface first up. And he's a nice horse. I'm not expecting too much, but if he can run sort of midfield, it would be a great way to start.
So going forward, then, what sort of opinion do you have of him?
Yeah, I think, you know, he's a big horse, maybe a couple of starts, and then he'll be ready to perform well. He's got some good form in Aussie, and hopefully he can bring that over here once he settles into the system. You know, it's pretty tough when you get to Hong Kong. Racing's very tough, and a lot of these horses are thrown in the deep end with the high ratings that they get. But anyway, we've got to start somewhere, and he'll find his way.
So he's one of the newer horses in your yard. There's also been a bit of a change of personnel, I read, in your stable, with your son Ryan joining the team.
Oh yeah, Ryan's just coming in. He's just wanting to learn the ropes, so I'm going to, you know, educate him and teach him. There's a long way to go. But it's just nice to have a family around you, you know, so I'm looking forward to that.
He's actually going nicely this season. He had 2 very good runs and 1 pretty disappointing, and his last one was very good. I think he's definitely improving a lot.
What about the dirt? Do you think that will be okay for him?
Yeah, well, of course, that's a question mark, but he's always tried nicely on the dirt. He's got a nice weight on his back, and he's got a good draw. So, like I said, he tried good on it before. I don't think there should be any problem. You mentioned that nice gate. Last time out, you didn't draw that well. You had to go back from there. Ideally, now with a good gate, where would you like to be in the run? Yeah, he normally he can ping the gate, and you know, he's got that good gate and no weight, so you don't want to be too far out of your ground. And You know, of course, the question mark's still there about the all-weather, but if he handle it and he gets a good position, I think he's gonna be in the firing line.